Are you prepared for the most significant financial event of the year? A shift that Iraqi dinar holders have long awaited has now become reality. The revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is no longer speculation. It is official. As of May 6, 2025, the new value of the dinar has been activated and is now live across global financial systems. What was once seen as a speculative play surrounded by years of rumors and doubt has now materialized as a legitimate and strategic financial breakthrough. This development carries sweeping implications, not just for Iraq, but for the United States, global investors, and the international economic landscape. Major agreements have been signed with some of the world's largest economic players. For the first time in years, the United States has stepped forward to publicly support Iraq's reemergence as an economic force. American banks, corporations, and policymakers are now directly involved, signaling not just support, but active partnership. This isn't a regional adjustment. It's a globally coordinated transformation, with ripple effects stretching across trade routes, energy pricing strategies, and financial stability mechanisms. What led us here is a story of perseverance, reform, and strategy. Iraq has spent the better part of a decade restructuring its financial system, instituting reforms, and restoring trust. Inflation has been brought under control. Oil revenues have stabilized. A modern banking infrastructure, once considered out of reach, has now been successfully deployed. Digital banking has rolled out across the nation, and international investor confidence has steadily returned. Iraq built the foundation brick by brick, and now it has launched the revaluation from a position of strength. Crucial to this moment was the signing of a series of major international contracts that provided Iraq with the external support and credibility it needed to move forward confidently. These agreements span energy exports, infrastructure development, trade partnerships, and cutting-edge digital finance initiatives. Together, they signaled to the world that Iraq is no longer in recovery mode. It is advancing. The scale of U.S. involvement in this transition may be the most surprising development to many observers. American financial institutions are no longer operating cautiously on the sidelines. They are now directly partnering with Iraqi counterparts. This strategic cooperation is rooted in shared economic interest. A stable, economically integrated Iraq offers the United States new opportunities for trade, energy collaboration, and regional influence. The revaluation, therefore, is not only a monetary reset, it's part of a broader strategy aimed at strengthening economic ties and fostering long-term regional security. Timing was everything. Iraq's internal reforms had matured. Its economic indicators showed resilience, and the rise of digital banking, along with successful international outreach, meant that the country was ready, not just in theory but in practice. Currency platforms and global banks have now updated their systems. The new exchange rate is accessible, verifiable, and already in use. For those who held on to the dinar throughout years of uncertainty, this moment offers more than financial reward. It offers validation. But this event is not just about numbers. It's about rebuilding trust, national dignity, and economic identity. Inside Iraq, the change is tangible. Citizens are seeing their purchasing power rise. Prices are stabilizing. Trade channels are opening. For the first time in decades, Iraqis are beginning to feel the real benefits of global financial participation. Banks across the country are undergoing modernization. New digital wallets are in use. Transactions are faster and more secure. Remittance systems, vital for the millions of Iraqis with family abroad, are being transformed to offer more value, speed, and safety. For many rural communities, this marks their first meaningful access to banking services. What was once limited to urban centers is now reaching villages, expanding financial inclusion on a scale never before seen in Iraq. Fueling this transformation are long-term oil contracts that Iraq has signed with top energy importers. These agreements are not short-term cash grabs. They are strategic partnerships involving revenue sharing, technology transfer, and infrastructure investment. The result is a nation that is beginning to keep more of the value generated from its own natural resources and using that value to fund public services, education, healthcare, and sustainable development. At the same time, a digital financial revolution is underway. Mobile banking apps are flourishing. Online payments are becoming the norm. Financial literacy campaigns are being rolled out to educate citizens on safe digital banking practices. For millions, this is more than convenience. It's empowerment. Iraq is bridging its digital divide and connecting its population to the global economy. From the American perspective, the revaluation is also a welcome shift. As oil prices stabilize and trade opportunities grow, U.S. companies are positioning themselves to partner with Iraqi institutions across sectors, from energy and transportation to telecommunications and fintech. This is not about foreign aid or geopolitical favors, it's a matter of smart economics. A prosperous Iraq creates a more balanced and productive Middle East, benefiting U.S. economic and strategic interests alike. Internationally, Iraq's revaluation is being hailed as a masterclass in turnaround strategy. A country once written off as a failed state is now demonstrating that with the right policies, international collaboration, and persistent reform, renewal is possible. Financial institutions across the Middle East are beginning to adjust their forecasts, strategies, and risk models to reflect Iraq's rising status. The country is no longer operating in the shadows of global finance. It is becoming a trendsetter in the region, and this is only the beginning. With global attention now focused on Iraq, new industries are beginning to form. Startups are launching in Baghdad and Basra. Foreign investment is flowing into tech hubs, logistics corridors, and tourism infrastructure. Young Iraqis, many of whom came of age during periods of instability, are now entering a different world. They are studying finance, coding new apps, starting online businesses, and participating in the digital marketplace. Across the country, there is a renewed sense of hope. Families are planning for their futures. Entrepreneurs are accessing credit and launching ventures. Students are seeing new opportunities. And for the millions of Iraqis living abroad, the new exchange rate means they can support loved ones more effectively, reinvest in their homeland, and even consider returning. The revaluation is not only about rebuilding wealth, it's about reconnecting a nation. On the ground, the impact is human. It's visible in the daily lives of shop owners, students, construction workers, and software developers. From the bustling markets of Erbil to the growing tech spaces in Baghdad, people are not just talking about change, they are living it. Iraq is transitioning from a reactive economy to a proactive one. From surviving to thriving. International headlines are now asking how Iraq managed to pull this off, and what lessons the rest of the world might learn from its example. The success is not a result of luck, but of calculated decisions, disciplined execution, and an unwavering belief in long-term vision. As we close this update, one truth stands out. The Iraqi dinar's revaluation is real. It's live. And the world is taking notice. Financial institutions are adjusting. Investors are pivoting. Governments are responding. But this is only the beginning of Iraq's next chapter, a chapter defined by momentum, opportunity, and ambition. Stay connected with us here at Dinar Insights as we continue to follow this unfolding story. Be sure to subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments, and join us as we explore the real-time impact of this remarkable financial transformation.